Let me show you. So, water, almond milk. I drink a lot of water, so I'm gonna restock the water right here. My vitamin water, and this is like my fruit mix for my smoothies. My eggs, turkey, sausage and bacon, grapes, watermelon. Can't wait to crack that open next week. So next week when I work out, this is the things I'll be cooking. I'll be cooking shrimp, salmon, tilapia, ground turkey, string beans, and broccoli. Right now, I'm eating light right now and clean so my body can just heal and I don't gain too much weight, pretty much. I'm watching my weight still. And then, so yeah, cut out all the sugars for the most part. Okay, here go my cabinet. My cabinet, okay. Oatmeal, chicken noodle soup when I get sick, if I get sick or cold. Tuna, chia seeds, granola for energy. Pistachios, these are my little snacks. They're only 90 calories per serving, so. Low calorie, but yeah, whatever. So this is what we're gonna get into, the smoothie. So this is my smoothie. So yeah, what I learned is this go a long way. When I made my first smoothie, I felt like I poured a little bit too much because you don't need that much. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna blend this up. I have a Ninja. I ain't gonna hold you. Every time I watch those commercials, I always wanted a Ninja. This will be my first time like doing stuff like this. I'm happy I get to cook and be there for my son, for myself, and like get into.
The camera doesn't start with her face. It starts with the door. A slow push in, you hear keys jingling, a pause, then the click dot, and just like that, Chrisean Rock steps inside her brand new luxury apartment. No loud intro. No dramatic music. Just real, raw energy you've been asking. She says, almost casually, like she knows exactly what people came for. So I must show you. But here's the thing, this isn't just about a fridge. It feels bigger than that, because the internet. It's been watching her every move, judging, questioning, talking non-stop. So now, this moment. It's like she's letting people inside her world without saying too much. She walks through the space-clean floors, soft lighting, everything looking expensive, but still lived in. Not staged. Not perfect. Real. Then she reaches the kitchen. There's a split second where she just stands there, hand on the fridge handle, like she knows this simple moment is about to go viral. Don't be judging now, she says with a half-dash smile. And then she opens it, not fast, not dramatic. Just slow enough to build tension inside. It's not what people expected. No over-the-top celebrity flex. No perfectly organized influencer aesthetic. Instead, it's a mix, some healthy stuff, bottled drinks lined up neatly, a few containers that look homemade, some random items that don't match the luxury apartment vibe at all. And that's where the internet loses it, because now people are zooming in. Pausing. Replaying. Double quotes. What is that on the top shelf? Why does it look like that? Does she really live like this? But Chrisean? She doesn't rush to explain, she just keeps talking, pointing things out like it's normal. This mine. I like this. Don't touch that, she laughs. It's chaotic, but calm at the same time. And somehow, that makes it more intense because you can feel it. This isn't just about what's in the fridge. It's about what people think it says about her. Her lifestyle. Her mindset. Her situation. And she knows it. There's a moment where she pauses again, looks at the camera a little longer this time, like she's letting people form their opinions without stopping them. No filters. No fake perfection. Just her. In her space. Showing what she wants and leaving the rest unsaid. And that silence? It hits louder than anything she could have explained, because now the comments are coming. Fast. Divided. Some people are defending her, some people are criticizing, some are just confused. but everyone. Watching Dot, because something about this simple fridge reveal doesn't feel simple at all. It feels like a statement, unspoken, but loud. And just before the clip ends, she shrugs slightly, closes the fridge door, and walks off like it was nothing. Like she didn't just give the internet another moment to debate, dissect, and turn into headlines, but she did, and now everyone's looking a little closer than before. The clip should have ended there, the fridge closed, conversation over. Just another quick peek into a celebrity's life, right? But it didn't single quotes T. because the moment Chrisean Rock walked away from that fridge, the internet didn't move on. It zoomed in. Hard. Screenshots started circulating within minutes. Not hours, minutes. People weren't just watching anymore. They were analyzing. Every shelf, every item, every detail suddenly meant something. That top shelf doesn't look right. Why is it so random? Something feels off. And just like that, a simple fridge tour turned into a full-blown conversation. But here's where it gets interesting. The more people talked, the more theories started forming. Not facts. Not confirmations. Just interpretations. Because when something feels unfiltered to real, people don't always accept it at face value. They look for meaning behind it. And Chrisean? She didn't come back to clarify. No follow-up video. No you're reaching post. Nothing. Just silence. And in today's internet world, silence doesn't calm things down. It fuels them. Clips of the fridge started popping up everywhere. Different angles, slowed down versions, zoom-ins with dramatic captions. Even people who hadn't seen the original video were now forming opinions based on fragments. That one container on the middle shelf, now it had its own debate thread. Those drinks lined up in the corner. People were counting them, comparing them, questioning them. It sounds small, almost ridiculous, but somehow it didn't feel that way online, because this wasn't just about food anymore. It turned into a conversation about her life, her habits. Her priorities, and whether or not this luxury apartment moment actually matched what people expected from her. Some people defended her instantly. She's being real. You all wanted authenticity. This is it. Not everything gotta look like Instagram. Let her live. But others, they weren't convinced. No, something off. This doesn't match the lifestyle she shows. She is hiding something. And that's the thing about moments like this. Once people start questioning, they don't stop. They build narratives. They connect dots that may not even exist. And suddenly, a fridge becomes a symbol of how someone's really living when the cameras aren't polished and controlled. Meanwhile, Chrisean's video kept gaining views. Climbing. Spreading. Reaching audiences that weren't even following her before. Because controversy, real or not, travels fast. And unpredictability, that travels even faster. But here's where the tension really builds. People started going back to her older clips. Comparing. Looking for consistency. Or the lack of it. Wait, didn't she say something different before? Why does this look like a whole different vibe? Which one is real? And now, the fridge wasn't just for a moment. It became part of a bigger puzzle, a timeline that people were trying to piece together, frame by frame, clip by clip. And through all of it, Chrisean stayed quiet. No breakdown. No defensive explanation. Just her usual presence, boasting, moving, living like nothing ever happened. And that threw people off even more. Because usually, when the internet gets loud, there's a reaction, a clapback, a response. But this felt intentional. Like she knew exactly what she was doing by not doing anything at all. There's a certain power in that, letting people talk, letting them guess, letting them reveal more about how they think than what you actually showed. And slowly, the tone started shifting again, not calmer, just different. Because some viewers began to notice something others missed the first time. The way she moved in that kitchen. Comfortable. Unbothered. Like none of it needed approval. Like the fridge wasn't a performance. It was just part of her day. And that realization, it split the audience even further. Because now the question wasn't just what's in her fridge. It became, why does it bother people so much? Why does a moment that wasn't curated feel more uncomfortable than one that is? Why does authenticity sometimes look suspicious when we're used to perfection? And suddenly, the conversation turned inward, less about her, more about the expectations people placed on her. But even then the debates didn't stop. If anything, they got deeper. Because once something becomes viral, it doesn't just fade. It evolves. New opinions, new angles, new narratives. All was built in a moment that lasted less than a minute, and through it all, one thing stayed the same: that fridge, that simple, everyday object, now carrying way more weight than it ever should have. Because it wasn't just opened once. It kept reopening every time someone hits replay, and just when it felt like the conversation had reached its peak. It didn't explode again. It slowed down, not all at once but gradually. The reposts became less frequent. The comments weren't as aggressive. The same screenshots that once had people arguing non-stop started blending into the timeline like everything else, because that's what the internet does. It moves on, but not completely, because even as the noise faded, that moment didn't disappear, it settled, and the people who really paid attention, they saw it differently now, not as a drama. Not as something to pick apart, but as a rare kind of glimpse, whether people wanted to admit it or not. What Chrisean Rock showed wasn't polished, wasn't staged, and definitely wasn't built to impress. It was just there. Unfiltered. Unexplained. And maybe that's why it hit so hard, because in a world where everything is curated, edited, and perfected for approval, something simple can feel almost uncomfortable. Honest. To open. To real. And the fridge, it stopped being the point. It became the moment people realized they don't always know as much as they think they do. About her. About anyone, because a single clip, no matter how viral, can never tell the full story. And maybe that's what made this different. She didn't try to control the narrative, didn't rush to fix how it looked, didn't explain what didn't need explaining. She just let it exist. And walked away, leaving the internet to do what it always does: react. Assume. Debate. Then eventually forget, but not entirely, because somewhere in the scroll, that clip still lives, quiet now, but still being watched, still being replayed, still making people pause for just a second longer than usual. Not because of what was inside the fridge, but because of what it revealed without trying to.